I've gotten tons of comments asking about how I improve so fast, my settings, my routines, and so much more, and I wanted to finally address some of these things in videos for you guys to hopefully enjoy and also learn from. What's up guys, it's Hybrid, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 steps you need to be taking during your days playing Apex Legends if you genuinely want to improve. Let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to be breaking this video down into 3 parts, and there will be timestamps in the description if you want to skip around to a certain area. However, I would recommend sticking around and watching the whole video, as all of these concepts are most effective when you combine them together. Before I get into this, I want to mention that there are people that have done different things to improve, and I'm just sharing what has worked for me. I do believe if you take my advice, however, that you will learn and improve a lot faster. So, you're sitting down for some Apex Legends, and you're ready to put your nose to the grindstone and get to work. Stop. Before you go any further, make a mental note of what you want to improve upon today. It's easy to say, I want to get better, play for 8 hours, and end the day with the exact same knowledge and ability as you started with. But if you truly want to improve, you have to set a goal when you sit down to play and actively work on improvement. It can be anything really, but try to target something specific that you're aware of that you struggle with. It could be hipfire at close range, recoil control at mid to long range, dealing with the pressure of hot dropping. Maybe it's disengaging sooner in a fight to avoid getting eliminated early. It could be movement, aiming while strafing, armor swapping, looting quicker, staying calm in clutch situations. There are literally hundreds of components that all come together to make a well-rounded, skilled player. And sure, you'll improve on these things over time, but if you take some time to actively target your weaknesses and turn them into strengths, you'll get to a point where your strengths outweigh your weaknesses and you can visibly see the improvement in your gameplay. For example, right now I'm working on improving my consistency and aim with the Wingman, a gun that I've often avoided in the past, since I prefer to use shotguns or automatic weapons. I'm still far from where I want to be, as I set high standards for myself. However, I have seen some improvement in my ability to use the gun effectively. This is just one of the many goals I've set for myself to improve upon over the course of the time I've been playing Apex Legends on PC. I couldn't explain in one video how many individual items of my gameplay I've analyzed to make myself a better player. But I guarantee that this will allow you to improve a lot faster and more efficiently than just playing the game on autopilot. This brings me to my second point, recording or VOD reviewing your gameplays. Oftentimes it's pretty easy to run an enemy team, die, and then queue up for the next game. This is a habit you need to break. Why did you die in that situation? How could you have played that better? Chances are you don't remember because you weren't thinking about that, you just wanted to do what the pros do, where they run in, kill everyone with seemingly no reasoning, and repeat. I gotta break it to you, however. The pro players you watch have years of experience making good and bad decisions, to the point where you could pick apart every piece of their gameplay and understand why they live in situations where they clearly should have died. At the end of the day, playing a game like Apex is about a series of habits and decisions you make throughout a game. The difference between you and the pro players you aspire to be is that they have good habits and make good decisions, whereas you might fall into the trap of making bad decisions and have bad habits you don't even know about. So there are a couple of ways to go about recording or VOD reviewing your gameplays. If you're playing on console, there's built-in methods to record. PS4 having the share button where you can save the last 15 minutes of gameplay, or more if you go into your settings, and Xbox where you can record up to the last 5 minutes or the next 10 minutes of your gameplay. If you have the internet to handle it, you could also live stream your gaming sessions to YouTube or Twitch using the same share features that Xbox and PlayStation provide. 720p 60fps is probably the lowest safe, comfortable quality to stream at, which you would probably need an internet speed around 5 megabits or above. You want a little bit of headroom for this. You can check this using various speed test websites or just ask your internet service provider. If you're on PC, the same rules apply, just with different software. Both Nvidia and AMD capture cards come with software to record and stream your gameplay right from your computer, and there's a plethora of different programs that will allow you to achieve the same results. So once you set up your recording or stream, play like you would normally play, and you can choose to look back at VODs, which are videos on demand. They're the live stream videos that are produced after you stream. Now if you're on Twitch, there's a setting you have to make sure you check to keep the VODs after you stream, but you want to look back at these VODs either after each game or at the end of each night, whichever you prefer. Focus on what you specifically can improve upon. While there are some situations that you can't control, like audio or third parties, or maybe you get craved in the head across the map by a 40,000 kill Wraith main or something, you have to focus on what you did and what you can improve upon. 99% of situations can be played together or avoided altogether, and you want to focus on the mistakes you made, such as over challenging someone, picking your player with better position, and even running headfirst into a full team of Mastiffs. We've all been there. Don't get discouraged watching your gameplays back. It's perfectly normal to make mistakes, especially in the heat of the moment. You'll find your favorite pros making mistakes and misplays if you watch long enough, but they compensate for those mistakes with exceptional aim, mechanical ability, and game sense. Make a mental note of mistakes that happen on multiple occasions. Write them down if you have to. The idea behind this is to actively see why you were losing fights. Like I said before, it's easy to blame the legend the opponent was playing or the gun they were using. It's a bad habit that I'm still trying to break, but understanding the real reason you lost the engagement is crucial to improving on a greater scale. This goes hand in hand with step 1 as well. If you're able to isolate the mistakes you're making, you can focus on improving those in the next game or the next gameplay session. Start actively thinking about what you're doing in-game as you're doing it. It might cause you to play a bit slower and more hesitant, but once you get used to that way of thinking, you'll be able to think 2 or 3 steps ahead of the players around you and outplay your opponents the way you've always wanted to. To tie everything together, we have the final step to improving quickly in Apex Legends, and that comes down to your mindset. This may sound obvious, but if you go into every game thinking that you're going to die and focus at performing at your peak at any given moment, not only are you going to fall short more often than not, you're also going to bum yourself out really quickly. Understanding the mistakes you made is important, but don't be afraid to also congratulate yourself for the good plays, and think about how older you would have handled that situation. When you see yourself second guessing mistakes that you would have made without thought in the past, acknowledge that, and use that as fuel and proof that you're finally seeing improvement in your gameplay. Enter with a growth mindset, not an improvement mindset. Look at your mistakes and flaws as opportunities to grow and become stronger. Don't be afraid of them. And finally, stay consistent. It took me a year to get to where I am today at the skill level I'm at, and at the end of the year, I will be exponentially better than I am right now. If you follow these guidelines, you will grow faster and more efficiently than you ever thought possible, and you'll cringe at your old gameplays and clips because you'll have a more informed and conscious perspective looking back. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you made it this far, not only do I greatly appreciate you supporting my content and being open-minded towards improvement, you've also shown that you have what it takes to go from a casual player who looks up at the pros in awe to one of the top level players that you used to look up to. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment sections below. I try to read and respond to every comment. Or if you want a quicker answer and a more in-depth conversation with me, feel free to stop by my Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/hybridify_. I stream 3 to 4 times a week generally and always interact with chat. The link will be down in the description. You could also join my Discord where you can talk with me and other individuals in our community and make some friends. Finally, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel with post notifications on. These kind of videos take a long time to make, and liking and leaving a comment helps the chance that someone who may benefit from this content will see it in their recommended feed. I plan to continue to provide plenty more Apex Legends content geared towards good gameplays, improving your gameplay, and more in the near future, so subscribing with notifications on ensures that you'll never miss an upload from me. The rest of my links will be down in the description if you want to get acquainted. Enjoy the rest of this gameplay, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been Hybrid, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.
Nice. I could have done a lot more damage right there. Thank you. Nice.
Taking shots. Firing. Recharging my shields.
have any batteries. That's not good.
Just us now.
I don't have any batteries. You need to back up.
Recharging my shields. Healing up. Eyes are open though. Placing a portal. Portal's ready. Killed an enemy. I'm taking shots.
Let's fucking go. Get the fuck off of me, baby.
Wanna win? Do what I do.
What we're talking about.